We all want financial freedom. The dream of making money while we sleep sounds almost too good to be true, right? Passive income is everywhere. YouTube videos, books, TikToks. But can you actually get rich from it? Or is it just another overhyped fantasy? Today we're breaking it down. Let's dive into the truth about passive income, what it takes to build it, and whether it can truly make you wealthy. First, let's clarify what passive income actually means. It's money you earn that doesn't require active daily effort to maintain. That means once the initial setup is done, you keep getting paid with little to no ongoing work. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the catch. Passive income is rarely passive at the beginning. It often requires time, money, or effort upfront, and sometimes all three. For instance, setting up a blog might take months of writing content, learning SEO, and building an audience before you see a dime from ads or affiliate links. The passive part comes later, after the groundwork is laid. Let's kill this myth right away. Passive income isn't easy. If it were, everyone would be doing it. Take YouTube channels, for example. They can earn you money through ads even while you sleep. But to get to that point, you need to create dozens, sometimes hundreds of videos, optimize your content, grow your audience, and be consistent. I know creators who spent a year uploading weekly videos before they made their first $100. It's a grind. Same goes for real estate. Sure, renting properties brings in monthly checks, but managing tenants, repairs, taxes, and unexpected costs, that's not exactly a walk in the park. One bad tenant can cost you thousands in repairs or legal fees. Even passive real estate strategies like REITs or real estate investment trusts require research and market knowledge to avoid losses. Truth is, passive income requires front-loaded work. Sometimes it takes months or even years before the income actually starts flowing. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Another misconception is that passive income is completely hands-off after the setup. While it's true that the workload decreases, most streams still need occasional maintenance. For example, if you own a rental property, you might need to handle a sudden plumbing issue or vet new tenants. If you run a blog, you'll need to update old posts or adapt to algorithm changes. Even dividend stocks require you to monitor the market and adjust your portfolio just to avoid losing your investment to a company's downfall. So here's the truth. Passive income isn't really set it and forget it. It's more like set it and check in occasionally. The real goal is to reduce your active involvement over time, not to eliminate it entirely. Yes, you absolutely can, but honestly, the better question is, are you willing to put in the effort to build it first? The reality is, passive income can make you rich, but it's definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's more of a get-rich-slowly and steadily strategy. People like Warren Buffett have built massive wealth through passive income streams like dividend stocks, but, it took decades of smart investing and compounding returns. The good news? You don't need to be a billionaire to make it work. With the right approach, passive income can grow into a significant revenue stream over time. Let's talk about the most common passive income sources and what it takes to make them work. Real estate rentals. Why does it work? Well, it's a great long-term wealth builder. Properties often appreciate over time while providing steady rental income. What does it take? You'll need a down payment, a decent credit score, and a good understanding of the market. You'll also have to deal with ongoing maintenance unless you hire a property manager, but that does cut into your profit a bit. Pro tip, start small, maybe house hack a duplex. Live in one unit while renting the other. This offsets your living costs while you learn the ropes of being a landlord. Dividend stocks. So, why does this work? Well, it's truly passive after you buy in. Companies actually pay you dividends regularly just for holding their stock. But here's the catch. It takes a pretty large investment to see real returns. For instance, if you put in $100,000 and earn 4% annually, that's $4,000 a year. Not exactly life-changing unless you really scale it up. Of course, the risks are there too. Markets go up and down, and a company can cut its dividend or its stock price can just tank. My pro tip? Start building a dividend portfolio slowly, maybe through index funds or reliable dividend-paying companies like Coca-Cola or Johnson & Johnson. And don't forget to reinvest those dividends to compound your returns over time. Digital products. Here's why this works. Things like ebooks, online courses, templates, music, or software can keep generating income with very little upkeep after you've created them. What does it take? Well, a lot of effort up front, but then pretty low maintenance. Your success is really going to depend on your marketing and how valuable your product is. Here's a pro tip. If you're an expert in something, even just a hobby, think about turning it into a product people would actually pay for. Like, if you're awesome at meal planning, you could create a downloadable meal prep guide and sell it on platforms like Gumroad or Etsy. Affiliate marketing. So why does this work? You promote other people's products and earn a commission for every sale made through your link. What does it take? Well, you need some kind of platform like YouTube, a blog, or a newsletter, and your success really depends on how much your audience trusts you and how consistent you are. Here's my pro tip. Focus on a niche. Build genuine content and only recommend stuff you actually use yourself. For example, if you're into fitness, create content about your workout routines and link to equipment you trust on Amazon's affiliate program. Royalties and licensing, huh? So here's why it works. Music, photography, books. If your work is good and in demand, you get paid repeatedly. All it really takes is some high-quality creative output and, of course, a platform to distribute it. Here's a little pro tip. Platforms like Amazon Kindle for books, Shutterstock for stock photos, or DistroKid for music can help you monetize your content over time. Honestly, a single song or photo can earn you royalties for years. Peer-to-peer lending. Let's talk about that. Why does it work? Well, you lend money to individuals or small businesses through platforms like Lending Club and earn interest. What it takes is some initial capital and, a bit of research to avoid risky borrowers. There's always a chance of default, which means you could lose money, so keep that in mind. Pro tip: diversify your loans across many borrowers to minimize risk. It's smart to start with small amounts and reinvest your earnings to grow your returns. Vending machines or ATMs. These can be surprisingly effective. Here's why it works. You place machines in high-traffic areas and earn money from transactions or sales. What it takes is some upfront investment for the machine, a bit of location scouting, and every so often restocking or maintenance. Here's a pro tip: research locations with high foot traffic like gyms or offices and negotiate good terms with the property owner. Honestly, it's a good idea to start with one machine and scale as you learn. Here's the real secret to passive income. You don't have to chase all the ideas out there. Just pick one or two and really go deep with them. The internet is filled with people who started small and built powerful income streams just by being patient and having a strategy. Take someone like Pat Flynn, for example. He turned his blog into a passive income empire through affiliate marketing and digital products. He started with a simple blog about passing an architecture exam and scaled it into a business that earns 6 figures a year, mostly passively. You don't need to be a genius to succeed here, but you do need to be consistent. Show up, even when the results aren't immediate. Learn continuously, because the more you know, the better your decisions will be. Reinvest your earnings and use your profits to grow your income streams. And focus on value. Always ask yourself, how can I help my audience or customers? One thing that makes passive income so powerful is, honestly, compounding. Let's say you start with a small dividend stock portfolio of $10,000 earning 4% annually. That's $400 a year. If you reinvest those dividends and add $200 a month to your portfolio, in 20 years with an average 7% annual return, including stock price growth, you could have over $100,000. That's now generating $4,000 a year in dividends alone without you lifting a finger. Add another decade and it could be closer to $250,000, generating $10,000 a year. That's really the magic of starting early and letting time work for you instead of you for the money. What I wish I knew earlier is you really shouldn't wait for the perfect moment. Honestly, just start. I wasted years thinking I needed more knowledge or money to begin, but the best time to start is now. You'll fail at some things, and that's just part of the process. My first attempt at affiliate marketing flopped because I didn't build trust with my audience. I learned and tried again. It takes time, longer than you think, but it's totally worth it. My first digital product took 6 months to create and another 6 to start selling consistently, but now it earns me steady income every single month. Now let's talk about some common pitfalls to avoid. First, chasing shiny objects. Don't jump from one idea to the next. You really need to stick with one stream until it works. Another thing is not diversifying. Relying on a single income stream is risky. What if your rental property sits vacant for months? So, it's smart to spread your efforts across a few streams. Another thing people sometimes overlook is ignoring taxes. Passive income isn't tax-free, Rental income, dividends, and digital product sales all have tax implications, so definitely set aside money for taxes so you're not caught off guard. And don't underestimate costs. Whether it's repairs for a rental or software subscriptions for your online business, make sure you factor in all expenses when calculating your profits. Okay, so here are some actionable steps to get started today. First, make a list of skills you already have. Are you good at writing, teaching, or maybe organizing? Use those strengths. Then choose one passive income stream that really aligns with them. For example, if you love writing, you could start a blog or even an ebook. If you're more analytical, you might want to try dividend stocks. And hey, set a 30-day challenge for yourself. Publish one video, write one ebook chapter, buy one stock, or create one product. Next, track everything. Just use a simple spreadsheet to monitor your progress and earnings. Learn, adjust, and repeat. If something isn't working, tweak your approach. Remember, failure is just feedback. Why passive income is worth the effort. Passive income won't make you rich overnight, but over time, it builds a foundation. It gives you breathing room. Imagine waking up to a $500 deposit from your ebook sales or a $1,000 dividend payout. That's money you didn't have to trade your time for. It's freedom to take a vacation, spend time with family, or even take a risk on a new venture. And with the right habits, it can absolutely lead to wealth. I'll leave you with this. Passive income isn't about getting rich quick. It's about building a life where money works for you, not the other way around. The journey might be slow, but the destination, financial freedom, is worth every step. So now I'll ask you, what's the one idea you're going to try first? Drop it in the comments. And hey, if this inspired you, smash that like button, subscribe to Simple Finances, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. See you in the next video.